Hello, my angels, and welcome back to a new reading, a new day. Hope you're all feeling well. I'm just gonna come out and say this so I get it off my chest and we can move on. If you sit here listening to these readings, right, and you feel the need to comment something like, I don't believe anything you say because who am I gonna hold accountable when things don't come into fruition, or oh, you're just feeding my delulu, I don't believe in twin flame soulmates, I'm just here for funty, right? I will block you. Okay, I will. I am not a reader that sits here and trying to feed anyone's anything. Either you believe and you are here because you want to learn, you want to grow, you want to evolve, right? If not, you're not capable of seeing yourself out, I will do it for you. Just putting it out there. I have blocked some people lately because you will write that, and I'm just saying it. I do not want that. I ain't here for that. Okay? So if you want to learn, want to grow, want to evolve, want to learn about what this journey entails, stick around, listen, learn, see if the reading resonates within your core. Hold yourself accountable, because this, the people that knows. I'm just gonna say it because I'm tired of seeing those comments. It's like, then what are you doing here? What are you even doing? Why waste your time? I say that. Anyways, moving along to the reading, and this may be tying in some way, shape, or form with this collective standing on business, right? I feel like you as a collective may be in the process coming into a season of finding your voice. We are still kind of in the midst of this, the sign Cancer within this full moon is very dominant. So a lot of emotions may be stirring up in this moment of time. You may be feeling that within yourself, like a lot of things coming to surface. And all of those things may be trying for you, the collective this is resonating for you to find that voice, that center within yourself, to stand strong, to stand firmly in yourself, your self-worth, your sense of self-love, right? I feel like this in some funny way ties in. I kind of want to start off with tarot, and since we are focusing on you, I want to get this beautiful deck to start the reading off with. So let's just see what comes out. Spirit, the collective, we are tapping into. Where do we go? Like, is it your thoughts or feelings, or is it just what's around you? I feel like we need to go your thoughts just to make sure it resonates. So this collective's thoughts right now, what is okay? The Hanged Man. So something that you could be feeling is stuck with the Four of Pentacles, something you are or have been. No, you are holding on to. The Tower at the bottom. This could be quite heavy, as we said. It could be something to do with a situation you feel is very stagnant in this moment of time. You don't see any progression, but yet you hold on. Something to do maybe with your independence, with the Nine of Pentacles. What's the Hanged Man here? This stagnancy, this something that put you into Five of Cups, right? Something that would upset you quite a bit. You would be feeling very sad about this in a way. You may not in this moment of time. I feel like you're more coming into a state of trying to release it. But just to tie you to this situation has been stagnant within your mind. That's the reflection you are in this moment of time. So don't make it fit. If you sit there and you think that something is about to unfold, or you have been receiving messages, or you have come into a state where you just don't care in a way, right? It's not for you. This collective, you are in the midst of feeling this is stagnant, and yet you in some way, shape, or form hold on to it, right? But at some given point on this stagnant energy, you have been feeling very sad about it, like grieving, mourning the losses of the cups that have been tilted over. And I feel for you, it's very emotional. Again, the cups is the water element. It talks about the emotions. And we just brushed upon this in the beginning with we still being within this full moon, where Cancer as a sign, it's a water sign. It's very, very present. So a lot of this emotional feelings are coming up. So it ties in to what I was saying in the beginning. And you could be feeling that, but I think you're trying to put a lid on it in some way. And it may not be the right way to go about it for you, but we will get into it. I'm not saying there isn't a reason for it, that it isn't, how do I put it? That it doesn't make sense that you would be feeling that, but is it the right way to look at it, right? If you're thinking they're feeling like you lost a lot of things, instead of actually turning around, like he has the 2 cups right behind him, upright, filled with water. It's all about the perspective now, isn't it? You may have had to let go of a lot of things, but what had you gained in return? But the 4 of Pentacles, holding on to this, like dearly holding on. 4 of Pentacles, what are this collective holding on to in this moment of time, in their perspective? Okay. Queen of Swords. So that's actually a good thing. You're not holding on to this. This is what you're trying to release. The 5 of Cups, all of the emotions, all the sadness, the mourning of the things we lost. A situation that has been stagnant, right? But what you're actually holding on to is your voice. That's what you're trying to. Like we said in the beginning, I think that you're trying to. Queen of Swords, she's no bullshit. She also stands firmly within her truth, saying what needs to be said. She can be very cutthroat, right? That sword, she will swing it if she feels the need. Chop heads off. Kind of like I did in the beginning, right? Standing firmly on saying, I'm not dealing with this. That's not how we do it. You could be coming into a season where you feel that is very much needed. I feel like they're trying in a way to show you right now that it has to be with an emotional balance within yourself. If you're coming across as very blunt, very, again, cutthroat, very like no bullshit, just see if you can what is it that we have learned within this stagnation, right? Go back and see what you have learned, because I feel like you are, well, of course you are, you would be capable of having like an understanding approach, but still having that sense of self with you. I feel like this will make sense for the right collective. Queen of Swords, Hermit, reflecting upon it, right? And the Moon. I think the moon can be a lot of things, right? It can be the things within ourselves that we in this moment of time does not see. It's there, but it's not in the forefront of our mind. I feel like Spirit is saying, go reflect upon it. Like, what version of you do you want to be? Where do we go to gather that information that we need to move forward in the best possible way? You could be very logical as well right now, and Spirit could be telling you to tap in more to like the feminine. I'm not saying Queen of Swords, she is feminine, but like we just brushed upon, she's very no bullshit, right? Maybe get more into a softness within yourself. You could be thinking that due to the stagnation that you don't really have that ability. Like I was about to say own that ability, but you do. It's just not in the forefront of your mind. And you could have been feeling like, well, been there, done that, that didn't work. I'm going to see it in that lens now. But you need to reflect upon it. You need to think about what is it that you do not see when it comes to this situation. I have brushed upon this before in other readings, like we do not know what goes on in the rooms we are not in. And instead of thinking it's something negative or I lost so many things, look at it as what did I gain in return? Say thank you for that lesson, for that stagnation, because you right here, right now, you are not clear as well, right? If you have the moon over you, it's not a bad thing. But it's finding that balance within yourself, like sugar and spice, I'm hearing. You don't have to be either totally this or, Queen of Swords or totally Queen of Cups. There is a balance to be gained within the situation. And by reflecting on it, by going internal, not external, don't seek the answers outside from yourself, go within. You are able to find them, and the situation won't feel like the moon. Like there are things here you are not aware of. I feel like you know more than you give yourself credit for. Look at yourself. How far have you come? How much have you grown within this situation? Right? What is the situation regarding my angels? What is this? Why 5 of Cups, I feel like? Why was it a 5 of Cups for this collective? Okay, but in reverse. But the 8 of Swords, but in reverse, right? So you're letting go of that, but you felt very blinded. You felt very much like there's no way out. You could have been feeling a lot of minding over the thoughts in your head. As we just said it again in the beginning, it ties in. So please don't make it fit. Like you would be going through a process right now of trying to ease yourself, calm yourself, but in a very cutthroat, logical thought process. And I'm not saying it's wrong, like at all. But there's a balance here that you need to go reflect upon. I have a feeling that you could be a collective that is very much going either, like I just said, within the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Cups energy. So just think about, like, if you find yourself one moment being her, a couple of days later, it's like you simmer down and then you go in to a more of a Queen of Cups approach, like you will come back to energy, right? Okay. I would like to know a bit more about what the situation at hand could be. Is it about a lack of clarity when it comes to someone specific? Because it kind of feels like it in a way, but let's just see what will come out. You could have been feeling like it's a 9 of swords. So again, a lot about within your mind, a lot about mind ache, a lot about thoughts. It could have caused you a lot of restless nights. It could have caused you a lot of dreams when you were actually sleeping. I feel like you could have been in a season kind of within yourself where you would have a hard time sleeping, kind of like this, isn't it called paralysis? Like you get a very few hours of sleep every night, and like the nighttime could be feeling very long, maybe causing you some kind of confusion as well with the moon, but it's more you deceiving yourself within this situation, feeling like you're stuck, and you have turned this around, so that's beautiful. Like a pat on the shoulder for yourself when it comes to that, that's good. But you're still very focused on this being stagnant and holding on to it, but also the approach that you need to be very and it's good if you're finding like that voice within yourself, but it's all about the balance. I keep saying that it's all about the balance. What kind of balance, if we just say it like Spirit, what kind of balance do you want the collective to come into? 2 of Pentacles. So the emotional balance within yourself. Yeah, move on to calmer waters. Move on to calmer waters. You don't have to be only Queen of Swords. Like you can be firm within your boundaries without wanting to chop someone's head off. You could be feeling a bit like angry, frustrated, irritated. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, that you're a bit like it's bubbling under the surface. And if you're in that energy, I'm not saying that you would be easily triggered, but when a trigger comes up, I feel like you would be quick to just, instead of going within, withdrawing yourself and just reflecting about, you do not need to react. Like right here, right now, it's okay to withdraw, center, focus, go within yourself. Again, go internal, not external. Right? You could be finding yourself like a bit of a crossroad right here, right now. So, as a collective, this should be resonating with your process of thought right now, right? And I just want to see from this collective what's around you, like energetically, what's around this collective energetically, right here, right now, Spirit, what's around them. Healing heart, makes sense. Yeah. So you are healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Then we have the mask, not showing true feelings, hide, persified. I have a hard time saying that word. I don't know why. Pretending, deluding, gaslighting, healthier choices. Making healthier choices in love, in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. That's what you're trying to focus on, right? But with a Queen of Cups approach, there's a reason why we said that. Queen of Swords. Like have that grace within yourself. Self-love. She's very much self-love like, right? The Queen of Cups. very emotional, intelligent. She nurtures herself, her soul, her cup. I feel like there's a need for you to see it more in that lens, like have that softness, but with yourself and your emotional state and what you went through. Have understanding that everything takes time. Have that care for yourself, not the situation in particular or the person tied to it, but with you, with yourself. Give yourself that sense of self-love. It's okay that you acted the way you did. There is a reason for it. And you could be feeling like, again, tying to the moon, that someone here is not being true, but it could also be you, kind of hiding underneath that moon, not being aware of the mask you are actually wearing. Because I do not feel like you are like that Queen of Swords if you're being totally honest and reflecting upon yourself. Maybe you are seeing some things in this moment of time online that triggers that within you. We talked a bit about it. Like, how do you react when you become triggered? If you go straight into the Queen of Swords and being very, that's true, that's right, they treated me like this, they do not deserve me. Like, you would know as a right collective what I mean. If you are truly believing that you're on this journey, what do you think in this moment of time it does to your thread? If you believe you are connected with that person within the mind that you are now trying to heal from, what do you think it actually does to your threads, if that's the way you choose to go about it and think? Are you gonna be condemned by this 3D outlook about what love should feel like, what your love should be like? Or would you try to have the understanding that you as a collective are on a journey and this is not easy? And it isn't about, like, the end goal shouldn't be coming into this union, holding on to it for dear life. It's about finding the way home to yourself, knowing who you are within your being, within your core, finding your path within this journey. It's all about coming home to yourself, knowing your worth, standing in it firmly, knowing when to put up boundaries, but not, or I shouldn't say that, knowing to put up boundaries, but with the love and center of yourself, not being triggered, not feeling the need to like cut someone off or I'm just gonna ghost, why? Again, go into the flexion with that higher, not the higher friend, with the hermit. Go into that reflection within yourself. What kind of person is it that I want to be, and what do I then want to attract? Am I showing off as that version of myself that I want to be? Does it make sense? For instance, this is coming to my mind for a reason. If you feel the need to like put up a boundary within a group of friends, people, whatever, you do not think or feel that you resonate with more within this journey in this moment of time, right? How would you want it to approach it? If you think of the version, your higher self, not the triggered version within you, but your higher self, how would that person go about it? I think you would come in to a more putting it back on yourself, having that sense of self-worth within yourself, that saying to them open and honestly what it is that you feel. We do not align in this moment of time. I do not think or feel that you give me what I'm in need of in this moment of time, so you take it back to yourself. It's not about pointing the finger at to someone else and saying, oh, you did this, you did that, or ghost them. Just be like, But finding that center within yourself to speak your truth, but with kindness, compassion, and understanding for you. Taking it all back to you, right? Does it make sense? I hope it does. What is this mask? Oh. Talking. Interested, conversing more, awaiting message, arrival, text, call, email, hovering. If you're coming into that Queen of Swords approach, I can't see why you as a collective then would be hovering or awaiting a message. You should be more in the other lens, like trying to release that, let it go. So you could be feeling that someone is wearing a mask within this moment of time. But then again, I think that you are. I think that you are kind of mirroring that in a way. Girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. It could be the deviation I just did. Like that resonated deeply within your core. That should be like a... You could be feeling like a friendship, like some person there is not being open and honestly about you, like they're wearing a mask and you're trying to figure out a way to like make the healthier choices for yourself. It could have to do with some kind of interference. I know the card says seduction. I just feel like there's some odd, in a way it ties into both you as a collective within your personal life right here, right now. Something is being reflected to you. And it could be tying into what this person is going through. So if you look upon what is happening within your life right now with like friendships, is there someone there you're trying to push out, like relaying the past, but you're not being open and honest with them? I feel like that would tie into this third party interference, maybe with your person, right? Like the universe is trying to show you what you're going through. They are as well, but in their own rights. So how are you dealing? Are you standing firmly within yourself? Are you choosing to come from a higher perspective, reflecting upon the things that you have learned throughout this journey? Is there a reason why this feels stagnant? Like, what are the moves that you are making to release yourself and to grow from the past, right? Healthier choices. Separation. So you are trying, and Cupid's arrow. Come into that perspective, right? There's a reason why things or you are in this moment of time separated. And if you're coming into that outlook of things will come within the right time, like this Cupid's arrow, when it's ready, we are ready. Because it's not just you as a collective that has to sit there and think, oh, I'm healed, right? It's a life process. I'm not saying you're going to be in separation throughout your life, right? But we heal throughout our whole life. Thank God that there isn't like an end stop. We evolve all the time as humans. And that's beautiful. That's something to be very grateful for, right? But coming into the outlook of, well, there's a reason why we're in this separation within this moment of time. There's a reason for everything, and things had to go the way that they had to. It was for me to learn, look upon myself, like how much I have grown. What did I learn in this moment of time? What kind of wisdom have I gained within myself, and what do I still need to come in with? What kind of wisdom am I lacking? If I look a bit upon my life, going within with that hermit, right? Thinking about what is it that I'm not seeing within this moment of time when it comes to myself and the approach I'm choosing. when it comes to situation, when it comes to triggers. And I feel like I'm brushing up against like my heart. You could be feeling very closed off within your heart space right now. Yeah. You could have been feeling very addicted to this, like codependent obsession, possession, controlling, hazard, block, restraints, right? And if you're trying to heal the codependence within yourself, it's not just about a person like love interest, it's about throughout our life. How are you being codependent within your day-to-day life with the people you then have around you? Like, are you choosing just to have someone there because it can be hard to like stand within your truth, like the deviation I did about people? So you found it easier just to block them. I think that it's a center focus for you in this moment of time. Like, you don't want to have that codependency. You're coming into that voice of yourself. You're finding that Queen of Swords approach. But is it the right way? I'm hearing like the reflection, the balance within yourself. Soulmate. The soulmate. Can I have one more? Heart with the key. So don't make it fit. Within your like depth of your soul, this person holds the key to your heart. And that's what I mean about not being like that cutthroat. Like, be honest with yourself. It's okay to have that kind of love. You don't need to shift within the 3D reality outlook. Like, they hurt me. Yeah, you probably hurt them, but within your own rights. And there's a reason for it, because look at how you're growing. Look at how you're evolving. If they own the key to your heart, don't try to push that away. Just accept it. That right here, right now, I feel like a lot of love for them, but I also feel a lot of love for me. I know what I am deserving of, and I won't take less. I don't need to cut someone's head off to be seen like that. If that person, right, within this moment of time came in, let's just say that they reach out and you read that message, you read that message, and you feel like what they're saying, what they're relaying does not reflect about within you, how you want to be talked to, how you want to be treated. They don't take accountability. They don't see them making they don't own a fault in this fault. Like, okay, choose yourself. Choose yourself. If it triggers you too much to come out with a response that are without wearing a mask, then choose the silence. Go into that sense of self-love. You are not codependent to them anymore. That would be a trigger. And if it hasn't come in that you are being tested with this at some given point of time, it will come. Have you learned this? The healthier choices, standing within yourself. It's all about gaining that balance within you. Knowing when you are triggered. Will I withdraw? Either you are gonna be led by your intuition. So within the first couple of seconds, the thoughts that come to your mind, either it's I shouldn't respond, and then we go into overthinking, over-processing. We may find ourselves being very triggered within this and kind of like stir up all of these emotions, and then we just feel like, bleh, and we're going to relay that to them in that way, in that manner, being very, you did this, you did that, you did, and then you come in, blah, 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 right? Listen to your body's emotion. There's no bigger sign than what our body is telling us. Are you feeling centered? Are you feeling calm? Are you feeling at ease? Just think about it. How do you find that stillness within yourself, right? Lightning. There could be something brewing here, maybe. Is there anything more? Spirit kisses, unconditional love, and Phoenix. Yeah. Coming into that, like love, like that energy, it doesn't have to be with another person. We are talking about very much you standing strongly within yourself, your own foundation, coming into that self of self-love. But this love, like this feeling of unconditional love for your person and for yourself, not at least, will put you into a Phoenix period. Like transforming, growing, change of mind, right? Yes, it's also a lot about receiving affection, falling in love, and I don't feel like that should be the focus for you within this moment of time. But when you think about your person, right, what do you think? I don't think it's the most positive thoughts. And just have that in the back of your mind, or in the forefront of your mind. What does that do to my threats in this moment of time, me thinking negatively about them? Say to yourself, we do not align within this moment of time, and that is okay. I'm sending you love and I'm sending you strength, but I know what I am deserving of, and I'm not going to take anything less. It doesn't have to be like a long speech to yourself. Maybe write down like the most important factors for you, and then start repeating that. Make it a habit for yourself to like find that center, find that stillness. Because other than that, it's just going to be trigger central. And that isn't like the outlook you're trying to find within the situation. I kind of want to get these as just like put it into a bit of a perspective in a way, or see if I can get like, yeah. Oh. No matter how much you're being tested or pushed right now, stand your ground and push back. Believe in your own integrity and self-worth so much that no one can get in your way. Have the confidence to move forward. You can and will do this. It ties in very well. Make sure you don't start to see yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. You need to know your worth, even when others don't. You are not what people think of you. Exactly. We are not. Their perception of you is their perception, and it's not for you to twist or turn it. If you truly know who you are, you will stand strongly, firmly within that. And it's kind of like water off a duck's back, right? So if people come relay something to you, and you're like, I don't know, I'm not like that. You will just be like, move on. It shouldn't trigger you into the state of you being, then you need to go back within yourself, reflect upon that. Why does that trigger me? What within what they said triggered me into the state of me coming out of my center, of me knowing who I am? Why did this struck a nerve within me? What is it that they said that I feel like is in some way, shape, or form true? Go be like investigating yourself when it comes to that. Because finding stillness will help you a lot. It will help you be centered. And no matter what is being thrown at you, you will be able to go back to that center. You don't need to react up front, like it's okay to withdraw, think, reflect. Give it a couple of days, weeks, if that's what you need, before you're able to come up with an answer or an approach to a situation where you feel still, you feel centered, right? Perhaps you are reminded all too often just how quickly the phases in your life can shift. One change after another, you are learning to adapt and grow. Be kind and gentle with yourself. And I talked about that. Be that, have that Queen of Cups approach when it comes to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Like everything is a process. It's all about learning, right? Sit in silence for a moment and listen. The answers you have been seeking are finally coming to you. Truly trust and believe that you are going to make it and be exactly where you need to be. We are on this journey with you. Hang in there. It's not much longer. That is a message directly from Spirit, I feel like. Make it a mission to accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. Don't look for any outside validation. It's already within you. Once you realize your true beauty and potential, you will never doubt yourself again. I just said it. Come into that. It's so powerful when we learn that within ourselves, to shift into that self of being. It transforms you like that phoenix. The change will come when you're ready. Where do we go from here, my angel? Where do we go from here? Can this bring us a bit more clarity? Learning secrets. Stay open-minded and receptive as you uncover hidden truth and embrace the lessons they offer. Important, my angels. What more, Spirit? Growth potential, you do. Embrace change to unlock your full potential and flourish. Doves could be significant. Important parts. Embrace each element, weaving them into your story with openness and understanding. Oh. The Valley of Shadow. Step into the enveloping Valley of Shadow. Here fear are faced, and the courage is forward in dimly lit paths. Cavalry of secrets. Is it like how you say cavering? You see that? Cavering of secrets. Unveil the hidden wonder within the shadow death and something secrets and concealing wisdom. I feel like, where is that deck? I have that deck that talks about shadow. I need to see if I can find it. I'm just gonna pause the video and go look for it. It's gonna be a split for you. I'm just gonna pause it. Okay. I feel like it's this deck that's about the moon as well. So let's just see. You are good enough, full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. What do you need to release? Green could be very significant color for you. You could love green, or like it could be your favorite color. I need to find it here. Virgo, 78. Could be a significant number, 78. You are good enough. It's gonna see here. It's time to be real honest with yourself and understand what leads you to ask your questions. You have been humbled to the point of being Have you been humbled to the point of being self-affecting? Humility is good, but it can go too far, and draw this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash. Just quietly centering that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to be honestly answering the question, have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo cards need some truthful answer. Once you give them, it should be easy to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the detail. Hard work brings result. It ties in. So don't make this fit. This ties in. And we had that in the beginning with the tarot, right? With the moon card, the hermit. Go within, go reflect. Find balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your life. And then they said something about like additional meaning for this card, right? Worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. You're coming into a season, I feel like, where you're trying to relay that. But it's very much still present within that stagnation because you still feel it's very stagnant, right? But I think that Spirit is trying to shift your mindset again. Like, ask yourself about all of these things, right? Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second guessing yourself. Rise your karma by doing something good for someone else. Do we want one more? Do we want one more? It's like they got very stiff all of a sudden. Like they're saying, nope. Let's gonna see. Oh, something came out. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. These could be very significant signs. You could be a Virgo and a Leo. Like within your sun, moon, or rising sign. Or your person connected. Could have that placement. I feel like it's significant sign for this collective. Leo. 76. Have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you are asking based on ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. This energy is magnified. By when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed more love and thought for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. Wait a minute, that didn't make sense to me. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. Okay, so you need to end something, like relieve it in the past, right? More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. Okay, we brushed upon that, right? What is it doing to your frets? What kind of state of mind are you in when it comes to this solution? Well, it would be a solution. That's the reason why I was just stopping myself. It's not the word. But it would bring a solution, right? It would make you Phoenix. If you're not been doing, if you are not been doing as you would be doing, Lately, this is the time to find a balance between your own need and the need of the people around you. This will help all of your relationships. And we talked about that. I feel like this collective, there's something going on within your friendships in this moment of time. And don't let the past hold you back. And there's something there that you need to see. You need to liberate yourself from it. I don't know if we can get in a little bit more. I kind of feel like there's something going on within your friendship dynamic that you're not seeing. Do we just get tarot for that? The world could be, yeah, like we said, a cycle. Okay, where do I have that there? I'm just gonna see if I can. I just feel like there's something going on within your friendships that you're not. Fake smiles. Say hi, but hating inside. Two-faced energy. Watch who smiles at you. It could be something tied. This person could have children that could tie to it, because this is child service. Children in danger, family being reported, neglected, or abused, suspected. I haven't gotten anything of you being like a mother, so I don't feel like it ties to you, but I think it's about this person maybe. They could have children. It could be your family, like it could be your parents, and you feel like neglected or abused in a way, and they're just smiling to your face. You could be theft, robbed, lost, theft, physical or emotional. This is also tie you to that situation, because I feel like there's something there. Reflect. We have talked a lot about that in this reading. Too late for sorry, regret never posted. But I feel like you need to be doing that, like reflect upon this. There's something here they're asking you to go within, not external. Jackpot. It would lead you to this, right? The unexpected windfall, right place, right time, big blessings ahead. But you need to reflect upon this, like inside scoop. Like they could be watching you very closely right here, right now. Again, don't make any of the things in this reading fit. If this doesn't resonate with the situation you are in, or you have been thinking all of this, yeah. There's something here like the moon. I just said, like, you're coming into something, and you are. With the star. Oh, she's naked. I'm sorry. Hopefully we don't get blocked by that. I'm sorry. The star. And the 9 of Cups. Getting ready for a true wish fulfillment. The star. Like that's transformative, like you are. Right? But the moon, it's very much around you. It's like you, the perspective there needs to shift with the moon. Like embark on a new adventure, embark on something new, doing it, new, doing, doing something differently. Queen of Pentacles. Get grounded, get stable, get secure. Focus on yourself, your home, your stability, your foundation, right? We talked about that so much throughout this reading. And I think you would see it a lot if if you look at what's around you, I think you've been giving a lot of signs about that, right? But the situation at hand, yeah. Like, I feel like you need to be a bit careful, a bit guarded to that situation. We have the sun at the bottom. And that's the stagnation. Don't make this fit. There's something here, right? And you would know it as a collector. I feel like it has to do with family and friends, like permanent, stable fixtures in your life. And it's like you're choosing not to see, but you need to go reading because it would change. Again, if you have that total belief, and then we have the four. If you have that belief within yourself, right? And you're connected to a person. I said in the beginning, in your own right, you are like mirroring this situation right now. I feel that very much within me, in my core, that you are. What do you think will happen when you start to go within, start to see what's around you? When it comes to this dynamic and you're choosing yourself, you're choosing to go in to self-love, like embark on something new here, come in to that stable, secure center within yourself, like the Queen of Pentacles. Focusing on yourself, your growth, your foundation, your home environment, you will rise. And you truly will become ready for this wish fulfillment. It's like it's knocking at your door, but you need to see this. You need to go through this lesson. You need to learn this. It's important. And that's why we've been talking about those boundaries, right? And it could cause a lot of destruction. If it's permanent fixtures, you need to say not anymore too, and you need to stand firmly within yourself when it comes to that. It's not easy, I get that. But it's needed and you know it. It would have been a process of thought, right? 10 of Swords. Yeah, the High Priestess. You know it. There has been betrayal, there has been backstab here. You know it. You know it. Trust. Trust your intuition. You know it. You know it, collective, but you have, like, this is, I'm just gonna cover her up a bit, right? It's so close, and I said that with the message card from Spirit, like, it's so very close. Need to shift. Need to get clear on that. I kind of want to give you an animal card, like a cosmic wild card here, to give you strength within yourself for this moment of time. Again, with the doves, I feel like doves are significant for this collective. Let's just see. Spider, creativity, and that Page of Wands, it talks about that, right? Hummingbird, joyfulness. One more, Spirit, just one more. And perseverance. Okay. Let's see here. The spider. $90. Like 90. Be very significant. You could be seeing a lot of 90 right now. You could be from the 90s. Right? Like 1990. But creativity, karma, whip of life. Big things. The spider, the creative waver of manifestations and desire teaches you that nothing is permanent, but also everything is connected. See the endless potential in every situation. Learn from negative experience and use them for your gain. And we talked about that in the beginning. You find potential and confidence in developing your spiritual influence through creative inspiration and personal growth. The spider's legs, 8, represent infinity and energy recycling. There is no end. Align with your life's purpose and spiritual side. We talked about that in the beginning. Again, don't make this fit. Like, it's very significant. All of it for this collective. Ask yourself, what kind of future am I creating? And it says something about actions as well. Embrace your dreams and ideas and start manifesting them. Beautiful. The hummingbird. 65. Here. Joyfulness, beauty, and sweetness. Life is not about waiting for the perfect conditions to be happy. Grab every opportunity to see the beauty around you. Experience every situation with joyful energy and taste the sweetness of being alive. Take time to enjoy yourself instead of facing them with grace. It says so, okay. Instead of facing them with grace and good spirit, don't resist challenges. Hummingbirds are good omen. Pay attention. There are no like there are no, like, everything happens for a reason. That word, I can't say it right now. That word for continent. But it's like that, right? Everything happens for a reason, so trust that. Ask yourself, how can I invite more positivity in my life? Action. Make good luck happen. And we have the ant. Number 16. Perseverance, community, cooperation. The ant asks you to start planning. Put in hard work and energy to forge your dream. Work with diligence, conviction, and work with others to turn your dreams into reality. Despite their tiny size, they are immensely strong, with great will and accomplishment. Never forget that great strength lies in your spirit. Ask yourself, what is my goal? Action. Be selfless. Hopefully, this will give you, again, something to go reflect upon. And a good idea could be to tonight to go out, go for a walk, sit under the moonlight, just with you, yourself, and your thoughts. Gain clarity, gain perspective. Maybe have a little note block with you to write things down if that's what you need, so you can go back on it. We talked about that in the beginning. Like, be very clear about what it is in this moment of time that you need to have in the forefront of your mind. Thank you, my angels. The reading for today. Thank you for tapping in, listening and tuning in and being here with me. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. I will see you another day and another time in another reading. Bye, my angels. Bye.